Under the new adult recreational law, license applications will begin to be accepted by the regulator on November 1. So you cannot apply for a license now because there's no application process and no one will accept those applications. After November 1, and within a few days before November 1, we'll see the actual application forms. After November 1, you may submit those forms with the $6,000 application fee for the license. And as long as you meet the eligibility criteria, the regulator will review those application forms and will decide the application request within some period of time. We have some experience under the Medical Marijuana Facilities Licensing Act, which was the law adopted a little over 2 years ago, under which applicants are seeking medical marijuana licenses from this regulator. In all likelihood, the process will be very similar, but not identical, to the process applicants followed in seeking medical marijuana licenses. The process under that system was that you filled out an application form. You could submit the form by mail, you could hand deliver the form, or you could submit the form electronically through the regulator's electronic submission system. You transmitted the $6,000 application fee, and then you waited for the regulator to review the application, to ask for clarification on any questions that they were not clear on, and then ultimately to decide on whether the application met the requirements and would result in a license or not. The license types that will be available under the adult recreational law include grower licenses, retail licenses, processing licenses, which involve taking the harvested marijuana and turning it into other derivative forms. There will also be licenses for transportation of marijuana and for testing of marijuana to make certain that the marijuana is suitable for consumption by the purchasers here in Michigan. Now, those license types are very similar to the types of licenses issued and authorized under the medical marijuana law. One of the license types under the adult use law that is different than the medical marijuana law is a license called the microbusiness. The microbusiness license allows the holder to grow up to 150 marijuana plants, to process that marijuana into other derivative forms, and to sell the marijuana directly to consumers over the age of 21. The license does not allow the license holder to sell the marijuana into the established adult recreational marijuana marketplace. So the way I think about it is it's like a farm stand, where the farmer grows products, maybe processes those products, and then sells it directly to the consumers. This license type is very attractive to many of the citizens of the state of Michigan. And what's additionally attractive about it is that this license application does not require that the applicant have a medical marijuana license. So it's a very important license. The recreational law also allows periodic consumption licenses. So a consumption lounge license, for example, on an event basis, as well as a consumption lounge that we might think about as the equivalent of a bar, where users of marijuana could go to the licensed establishment and purchase and consume marijuana at that site. So there are some additional license types that are beyond the type of licenses we have under the medical marijuana law.